So the Huawei Watch GT2 was unveiled at last week's massive Huawei Mate 30 and Mate 30 Pro launch, something I've only just recovered from, and I've had it slapped on my spindly pale northern wrist for just under a week now, so I thought I'd share with you my early review. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do plug subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers. So first up, you can grab the Watch GT2 in two different flavours, 42mm or 46mm. That 42mm version is made for skinny wrists as it features a slender bezel-free finish, although even this bigger 46mm model, which I've been reviewing, isn't crazy chunky. It's definitely more compact than the likes of Samsung's Galaxy Watch and comparable dimensions to the likes of the Fossil Generation 5, which I only just recently reviewed, and at 41 grams it won't exactly weigh your arm down. Even my pathetic boy muscles can just about cope with it. Those bezels are flush with the flat display, tapering off towards the metal frame, and while this helps with the neat and tidy aesthetics, the design also means that the screen is unfortunately less protected if you bang the watch off anything. As the proud owner of a mental, hyperactive child, I'm usually pretty brain dead and end up walking into doors and walls and all kinds of stuff in my everyday existence. And so far, touch wood, the Huawei Watch GT2 hasn't scratched up or scuffed despite that lack of extra bezel protection. And if you want a watch to take swimming, or you're simply too lazy to take the bloody thing off when you nip in the shower, no worries. This wee bugger is water resistant up to 5 atmospheres or 50 meters to normal folk. That stainless steel banding can be tinted either black or titanium grey, and this black version is definitely my favourite of the bunch. You can also pick from a range of coloured straps, and they're standard 22mm efforts, so you can basically rip the original out and swap in a completely different strap to suit your given mood. You get a pair of physical buttons on the side as well. One wakes up the Huawei Watch GT2 and brings up a scrolling list of your apps when tapped again, while the other can handily be mapped to your favourite app. As a beleaguered parent, I'm definitely all about those breathing exercises. And you can generally depend on Huawei for a decent display on its devices, and the Huawei Watch GT2 definitely does not disappoint. That 1.4-inch AMOLED screen matches any premium smartwatch panel out there. You get bold, rich colours, super dark blacks, and crisp, fine detail thanks to the 454x454 pixel resolution. The super wide viewing angles are ideal for taking a crafty glance at the time during deathly dull meetings. And on top brightness, this thing hits around 1000 nits, so I definitely never had to squint even on a bright sunshiny day, which admittedly doesn't happen very often here in the UK right now. Huawei's own Kirin A1 chipset powers the device and keeps things running relatively well. The Watch GT2 occasionally isn't quite as smooth as you'd hope, and sometimes when you put those buttons you'll have to wait a heartbeat to see a response, but the performance certainly isn't sluggish. That said, on one occasion the Huawei Watch GT2 did completely lock up and had to be hard reset to get it functioning again. Thankfully that was the only glitch I saw in these first few days, and here's hoping it doesn't happen again. Unfortunately, as far as the functionality goes, the GT2 is a bit hit and miss. There are some pretty good features on there, but it's definitely stripped back compared with a lot of rivals. For instance, while you get full notification support here, you can't actually interact with the notifications. You can't reply to messages or archive them if they're a load of rubbish. To do anything at all, you'll have to yank your phone out. There's no built-in Wi-Fi or cellular support either, although you can take calls on the 46mm version when it's tethered to your smartphone, and the speaker quality is actually pretty good. It's not a crackly affair like you get on the likes of the Fossil Gen 5. It's just a shame that there doesn't seem to be any obvious way to change the volume of it. Likewise, you can store music on the watch's 2 gigs of internal storage and listen via your Bluetooth headphones. And that all works just fine. The connection remains stable and the audio quality was perfectly fine. You also get a heart rate monitor which can keep track of your ticker's activities all day long, while the watch can keep tabs on your stats for a number of popular activities as well, although not as many as the likes of Tizen or Android Wear devices. And there's no built-in GPS here either, so if you want to map out your jogging route or whatever, then you'll have to tether to your phone, which ain't great news if you want to travel light. Well, you do get a good few apps pre-installed, including the usual stress testers and sleep trackers and whatnot. There's no store for downloading new stuff, and you also have to stick with a small selection of watch faces which come pre-installed, although there is thankfully something for pretty much everyone here. And one of the major advantages that the Huawei Watch GT2 does have over rivals is the fantastic battery life, even with most of the features, in fact all of the main features enabled, including that always on display, which is new for the GT2, and the likes of the constant heart rate monitoring as well. You'll still get easily a full week of use out of this thing. And that result certainly beats the living crap out of rivals like the Fossil Gen 5, which can just about struggle its way through a day, making the GT2 ideal for anyone who is regularly on the road. That longevity is the main selling point of the Huawei Watch GT2, and the number one reason to pick it up over most of the competition. I like that simple yet stylish design, and the watch is very easy to use, but that functionality is seriously stripped back compared with the likes of the Galaxy Watch and the latest Fossils. So a tough recommendation overall, but what do you think? Are you tempted by the Huawei Watch GT2? GT2 despite the limited functionality. Definitely be great to hear your thoughts, so bash them down below. I've done my full unboxing if you want to check out the setup process, all that kind of shenanigans as well. And I've reviewed lots of other wearables as well, including the latest Fossil Gen 5, and the Samsung Galaxy Watch 1 year review is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. For more on the latest and greatest tech, please do plug subscribe and ding that notifications bell. And as always, have yourselves a lovely week, people. Love you!